great to have you come visit me back here in the shop. It's been really hot and muggy today, but in the evenings I usually try to open the windows here in the shop, put a fan in the window. And so right now it feels great in here, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to come and share a video with you. I've got this project here that has been sitting on the back burner, and I'm wanting to do it. It's nothing super fancy, but it is something I think will be very useful in the shop, and I just wanted to share the cleanup with you. So let me bring you down here on the bench and let me show you what it is we're going to look at. So what I wanted to clean up today is this little square. Now, I've seen these around before, but just never took the opportunity to purchase one. But I thought I would take and get this. It was only like $1 or $2. But I also picked up this little scratch awl, and I thought they would make a great combination. And if we cleaned them up, be able to have them ready to use. I have had for some time the larger version of this, and this one here is a Stanley square, and I can't make out anything on this. There's something right there which might say Stanley, just like that does, but I want to clean this up and check it out. And then I also have this version of a square. It's a Swanson, and I've used this a lot and I've used this a lot, but there's been several times when I wish I had something like this one here. So I thought we would take the opportunity to work on this for a little while and clean that up. I think that says Merit, made in the USA. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, and I don't know if you can see the knurling on that, and I don't really want to damage that. So I'm taking this little piece of inner tube and I'm going to stick that in there, and then I'm going to try to set that up inside of the chuck here to help hold that in place while we try to polish up this post. So I want to bite down hard on it, but I don't want to go through that rubber inner tube. I'm hoping we can keep this. It's a little off center. Take some of this, see if we can't clean it up. Alright, I have this rouge. It's a polishing compound, and I put it here on this piece of leather, and I'm going to see if we can't apply it here and get a nice shine on the end of this thing. Alright, before I go too much further, I want to check this thing for square. So let's get this lined up here. Strike this line. Now let's check this together. flip this over, line it up. Wow, that is perfect. I'm fighting with the glare, but hopefully you can see that line right there. I'm going to move this and you can see that that was perfectly lined up. So this is a nice square tool. I just had what I think might be a bright idea. We'll see how it works and I'll show you on camera. I don't know if you can see right here in this little spot, it's still kind of dark. And I thought I would chuck this up in the drill. And I don't know if those of you have seen the rust eraser that we used on the axe. It's got pumice in it, and I thought that might work really well for getting right in that spot there. So let's check it out and see if it doesn't work. Hopefully you can see how nice and clean that is. A little bit of that knurling on there. And got all the rust and corrosion and discoloration out of there. A little bit of rust spots up here, but I don't intend to polish it up. What I think I'm going to do is highlight it with some ToolScouter blue. So let's go touch that up and get it ready to go. Alright, the only thing I have big enough really to put this in without using something really big is this lid. And we'll take a little bit of evaporust here. We'll just fill it enough to get it to be submerged. Alright, I think what I want to do for this, in order to protect it, is to put wax on it. And we'll put several coats probably. I've got this turtle wax here. It's not a, it says super hard shell. So once it dries and we polish it up and we put several coats on it, it should protect pretty well. So let's go ahead and we'll put some of this polish on. We'll let it, this wax on, we'll let it set for a little while. I'll come and clean it off and then we'll do it again. So this is the side I want to start with. Let's go ahead and just apply this stuff. Then we'll let it dry. I wiped it really well with this clean cloth. Make sure no fingerprints and no residue from the compound that we were using to polish it would stay. Now we should have a good stay nicely. There we go. All finished up. Maybe I ought to turn it here. We got the got this all waxed, and it feels just as smooth and slippery as can be. So it should be protected. Should stay nice and shiny. I didn't make it a mirror finish, and I didn't take out all of the pitting because I was afraid I'd lose some of the numbers. So this thing, as we've demonstrated, is nice and square, and I think it'll make a nice addition to the shop and be able to use it in some of our future projects. I did clean this up and paint the end of that blue. I'm kind of, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think in the video, if you think I ought to leave that blue or not. I'm half tempted to take it off, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. So anyways, this is all set up now so that we can take it on projects. You set this all up. Let me do it over here. Set this up when you need to and make any marks that you need to. Come out nice and strong, and they will work really, really well. That's great. So, there we go. So that was another fun little project. Ended up with a nice, useful tool. Got this cleaned up. I just love picking these things up from flea markets and things, and then to have them turn out so nice, and we're going to be able to use them here in the shop. I'm not going to give this a home on the wall. I'm going to give this a home in the toolbox over here on the wall. So let's put this up over here, and then we'll put the all right there. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick little video. It's always great to have you stop by for a visit. I enjoy sharing these things with you and finding these and cleaning them up and just seeing what we can get and find underneath all the rust. That's what a lot of the fun is for me, finding these names and brands and then being able to look them up and these models. So anyways, if you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up. If you know somebody else that might enjoy this, please send the link to them and they'll invite them to come along with us. Also, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and that way next time I put a video up, you'll be able to be notified if you hit that bell notification and be able to come visit me again here in the shop. But until next time, as always, here's to you guys. Have a great day. God bless.